Hi, welcome back to stream. And today also, sorry. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some fantastic monster development. So we need to finish this state machine that we designed last time. It's been a while actually. I didn't touch it since we last designed it. So yeah, it's been a bit some time. So what we want to do today is we have the chase mode, we have the idle mode, of course. We want the noise. I simplified it. I had like the noise outside of threshold, but I thought about it and was like, yeah, noise outside of threshold, huh? That's called the idle state. So otherwise it will always be moving from the noise, and if you don't move, the monster doesn't move, which is a bit of a pain. So decided to do that instead, which simplifies and also we reduce the number of checks we will do, which is better for performances, honestly. So something to set up the noise system. If the player is hiding, check the closest spots, and then you continue to find all the spots and stuff. So that's the kind of stuff that I need to know. I need to get the number of spots that you have and know if you can actually transition to this state or not. So we will try that for the moment. So we are in the good states. I want a player hiding .gd, which should look like the same state as this one. I want the hiding spots, and I want it as an array of hiding spots. Can you do that? I've always forgot how you do that. Do you do that for the arrays? Nope. How do you do arrays in GDScript is beyond me always. Expected type for collection. Or do you do like list hiding spot? I always forget. I swear to God, it's always the thing I forget the most. Typing arrays, since it's been so long since I actually typed arrays in GDScript. Dang. How do you do that again? Hold on. Manual. Scripting, GDScript, typing GDScript, alright. Typecasting, I don't care. Where is my fantastic array? Arrays. Oh, like that. Okay. So it's a type, and then you do it like that. Okay. Okay, makes sense. Monster player hiding state. That's starting to be a big name, but it's okay. I like that. I like when it's big. So when you enter the state, I want to get the hiding spots. Yep. So that would be the same hiding spots, no matter what. I don't want that. Physics update, I will need that to the chase target global position. That's not what I want. I can say a vector 2 for the moment, just for the simplicity for me, but I need to set it there. Compute speed, I use the same speed as if you were in the normal mode, which is the idle one. The exit, I need to empty stuff, which is the same. So hiding spots equals that. Just to have it always typed as an array, I think it's better if I do that. So it's always an array, but I can check if it's empty or not, which is better. So same. Actually, I might change that for the monster state just so I have it. Monster state. So just something like that, because I think I'm gonna have to use it a lot. Which would be func return to path. And we want nothing from that, so yeah, something like that. So we can actually use it here in the chase. I can do up, return to path, easy, so I can use that on the exit, and same, I can do a return to path again, so it simplifies and it's refactored, and we like that because we can reuse it correctly, which is great. I don't need the rest, in my opinion, so let's just stick to that, which is fine. Now we want to actually be able to get in the state machine the hiding spot, or maybe not the state machine, but the monster, I think. So let's just open the monster again. Also, Godot is open, by the way. You won't see it, but Godot is open. Maybe like that is a bit better for you, because you won't have my face blocking part of the screen. But yeah. So... So for the chase target, I define it like that, right here. No, I want, when you're ready, to get the hiding spots from the stuff. So set up default path. I'm gonna change stuff also. Func setup state machine, just to be sure. And so I want something that do it as well. I want the information of the state machine. So just so I know, var I want the state machine to actually have this value, right? Wouldn't that make sense? When I take the state machine, give every state notification of the state machine, state in find children. Yeah, okay. Transition to state. Yeah, so I need to know to connect the signal and then do it. I mean, I think it's better if I don't do it in the state machine then. Like, let's just do it just to have the setup state machine. But I mean, objectively, I need that state machine. And I want the var hiding spots. Yeah, okay. Sometimes this LSP is for the code. Okay, so I want it to be an array of hiding spots, which is equal to nothing at the start. And I want to have the same, so state machine slash no one can. I want to populate the hiding spots equals. How do you get all the siblings? Because that's the thing I need, right? I need the siblings. Get siblings. Does it exist? No. Apparently not like that. Go to get siblings node. Access a sibling node. Oh, you can do get parent. That's true. You can do get parent. And then you have get node. So typically speaking, if I do get parent, it's in the node 2D, I think. So in the node 2D, I have the information I need. Or have I in the node then? Because it's a node. And all the nodes are the same thing, yeah. Get parent, okay, and can you get children? Find children. Oh. Parent string, type string. Oh. You can find by string, okay. Follow this node, this node machine, if no match is found, the matching is done against node names, not their path. Your still match as search, case on team match 0 or more character. Okay. If type is not empty, only the type are included. This is great. I can actually get that. That's perfect actually, because I can do. It returns all the time the thing. So if I do get parent patent, of course, get parent time, get find children, my pattern will be everything, and what I want as a type is hiding spot, and I want it as array hiding spots, because that's the type I'm returning no matter what. I hate that it's like that. Oh, recursive. Should I? Yeah, I think I should. Hiding spot. I think it's okay if it's recursive. Okay. So let's try something. Print hiding spots. Fuck with me, I suppose. Print hiding spots. Okay. So now we get into the level. And our friend in the level, we have the first one, so we have one hiding spot no matter what. So now, if I run the current scene, to a variable of type, trying to assign, yeah, okay, I see. That's my fault. Because it's still doing it like that, so I want potential hiding spots, which is my variable. Yep. And then for spots in potential hiding spots, I want to do hiding spots. Push, you have pushback, yeah, exactly like in C++. Pushback the spot. So var hiding spot is an hiding spot. We're gonna spot as hiding spot. If hiding spot, then you add it. So like that. Okay. And so normally the value is done. Trying to assign an array of type. Of type array hiding spot. Okay, fuck you. I'm gonna cry. How did I do that for the player and stuff? It's in here, I suppose. var player body as player, yeah, exactly. And then I said if not player return. So yeah. So var hiding spot as hiding spot. So exactly what I did. And here, oh yeah, because I keep the as. That's silly of me. Shouldn't I use the as again? Okay. And so I have an hiding spot here. I mean, at least the type conversion is better, in my opinion. So yeah, we have the one hiding spot. Now my question would be, do I add more? Just to see if I get another one. So let's just instance it a new scene. I want another hiding spot. Maybe in the 2D. This is the hiding spot. Oh, this is a great song, by the way. Okay, just for the test. Hiding spot, hiding spot. Let's go. That's great. That's what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. So we have the information we want. So we have all the hiding spots now. They all live on in the navigation polygon. Question would be more like, yeah, they need to be in the navigation polygon actually. That's interesting that you can't get close to them. Can you? Can I rebake the polygon? Yeah, okay. If I do that, and I clear the polygon again? Okay, so we can't go close to the hiding spot. Why? Did I make a fucking mistake on the collision mask? Not that. I think I did a mistake on the collision last. That would explain a lot of stuff. Oh my god. Hiding spots. Collision shape. Collision shape. Okay. Then the collision maybe combined. No, because there is no. Oh yeah, I see collision. Yeah, but you can go on that. What? 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 La musique est trop forte, okay. You can speak in English by the way. It's a possibility. Up. Let's just reduce it a bit. But thank you for that. So yeah. Collision hiding spot. So we have the collision that is bad. But why? Monster. Yup. The level. What's the problem with the collision? Why do you take into account the navigation polygon when you bake? I guess, but why do you bake avoiding it? I'm gonna go from the fact that it's okay. Okay? Just to be sure. But I think we will have a problem, but we'll see. Alright. So here we have the hiding spots. Here we set up the hiding spots for us. And now we want to know when the player hides. So I need to have the player sending a signal. Hiding. The signal emitted when the player is hiding. Let's just do that. It's nice. So we want now to. So he's hiding. Update sanity is hiding. Get last hiding spots. Get his hiding. Hide player. If is hiding. Okay. Okay, so this will be there. So after that you just add so you just emit, or more like hiding dot emit, and I want the value, and I think I'm gonna send his hiding in the value. So I'm gonna signal, and I want his hiding bool. So we have the information if you're hiding or not, so if you stop hiding or not. So yeah, easy. So now in the monster we need to connect this new signal. I don't remember how you do that. And the player, I want this hit hiding is hiding ball, which is fine. So we want in the first monster. Also, I forgot because I need to change that too. But in the player, I think the all right. So just do that. Is hiding force and it is hiding again here just to have the info. One can interact. I think like in the interaction, which is fine. If I play a joke on you and you panic, and you have your kernel panic. Fuck. Fuck you. I like this one. I like this one. It was funny. My god. Okay. So, where was I? You successfully defocused me. That's not the term, but you don't. But you know what I mean. You successfully fucked me up. Oh my god. Don't even have any to get his hiding. Well played indeed. I give you that. Handle interaction, get last hiding spot, get his hiding, high player. Fuck, where is my take damage? Because I know there is one fucking signal I'm using, which is hits. Hits. Literally, it's hits. I need to change that just because... Yeah, on it. See? I need that shit. It's important. I need this info by default on the hit. Okay. Attack another default value. Okay, but fine by me, I guess. Alright. Can interact, same. On can interact, I suppose. Yeah, interaction type is interaction possible. So yeah. Because I type my stuff but not my signals, which is a problem. Okay. Sanity state change, same. I'm sure I update sanity. On sanity state change, that's what it is, right? Or just I'm supposed to, yeah, I'm supposed to emit the signal, which is all state and new state. That's why. That's why. So two sanity state and then just all state and new state. Okay, just so it's better. Because I didn't know you could actually type that. All state, new state, sanity state. So yeah, forgot that you can type stuff. So now it's better. We can actually type it. And now let's continue with that. A bit of a sidetrack, but it works, and that's what we want, really. Hold on. Okay. So no. Spotting condition hiding spot, hiding spot, spot and hiding spot. Okay, so we have the info for the hiding spots now, and we can now connect the monster to the signal. Though I should probably connect every monster to the player regardless. So I think it's better if I have just the player directly, because without the player you can't really do nothing. So yeah. Get parent. Find a child, which is okay. Find child parent string. Just call that player, honestly. And we want that to be the player. So yeah. I'm sure I can also be a bit more efficient and do that, actually. So it's a one-liner. On ready, var player equals player, get parent. Find child player, which will always be named like that. Oh, no. I'm a dumbass. Oh, no, actually, it actually works. Yeah, it works. Because find child, if I recall correctly, is recursive. Will that fucking work? Okay, hold on. This is when it's good to have a print. Can I see the player if I print that? I know the hiding spots work, but can I see the player if I do that? Does that fucking work? Hey, that works. Okay. Character body 2D, so it's good, it's good. Okay, that works. I'm happy with that. Okay. So that fucking works. So we have the information, we have the player, and let's just assert that we have the player. Assert player not null. A monster should be instantiated next to the player. Otherwise it doesn't work. So it's just a problem if it happens. Like the player can be instantiated without the monster, but the monster needs the player to work. Otherwise it doesn't work. I'm okay with that. And then you do player dot hiding, which is a signal. Hidden event. Oh yeah, no. Hiding. Dot connect signal. That's the get no. Dot connect then. Yeah. And I'm a moron because it's hiding like that. The few argument to connect because I need a callable function which is fine. Shadow the variable player, which is okay because we're just gonna rename that like that, so it's fixed. And I want punk on player hiding. He's hiding bull, and we have the information, which is a void. We just do a pass for the moment because I want to connect it anyway. And then we want to connect our on player hiding, which is our method. Normally it works, and I'm okay with that. I love the fact that you can pass function pointers to some stuff. It really simplifies the game, honestly. I mean, for me. But yeah, so if he's hiding, then you transition to the next state. And that's it. So you can do state machine dot transition to state, which is my new version. And this transition to state will be the not path. Oh, and I know what I did. No. How did I do the not path for the second one so it worked and it was not bad? State. Okay, that's what I did. So same. State machine slash what's the name again? Player hiding states that get path. And the metadata we want to give is just hiding spots. Hiding spots. Alright. And I want to do that. Okay, so normally it will not work because there is no state at the moment that exists. But not to worry, because I will create the state right now. So add a child node, that will be our node, and this node will be our new state, which is player hiding. And we want to connect a script off. For God's sake. Okay, and now I want this state, player hiding. Let's go. Fantastic. It works. What a tragedy that it did not before that. So yeah, cool. Cool. It works. Fantastic. Hi, Scrapper. How are you tonight? The hiding spots. So we have the hiding spots, and we can transition to the next state. And then if you're not hiding, so let's just return that. And if you're not hiding, then we do the same transition to the idle state. State machine, that transition to state. Yes, same. You know what? I want to give something better. I think you're working instead of me. Yeah, I mean, I know these days you're working a lot, but you know, that's how it is. I'm afraid. I hope you can still catch like some breath today by watching my fantastic stream when I'm working with my state machine. Yeah. Okay, so I want to do something like smart, which will change a lot sometimes. But I have the transition to state, and what I would like to do is have a function that is transition back to the default state. So go to default state, and which is the initial state of the machine. If not set, the first channel is used. Go to initial. The initial state doesn't change, right? I need to be sure. So if I get that, get initial state, state return is if it's get shine 0. Yeah, so you just change the initial state. Why did I write it like that? Yeah, I remember why I wrote it like that. Because I took this code like a fucking moron, but you can do it better. So yeah, initial state, but then I'm supposed to have a value which is okay, so it's already state. Okay, oh no, that's because you defined the already state. This is a problem actually. Because I would like to have the yeah. I would like to actually have the initial states. Get child can return null, I suppose. Let me check. No, it fetches a child, no, but it's indexed. It's child not as an the first child is negative value can also, okay? If no child exists, then this method will return null and an error is generated. Yeah, but it's gonna be fine because there is at least a state. So let's just consider that by default, my variable is get child 0. Sorry. So yeah, that's my default. By default, I want that, and then yeah, no matter what, actually, it's just gonna be state, which is just gonna be initial state. It's just how it is. So the state would just be initial state, and I think it's if I do it like that, so I can just do initial state for the moment. And so now I have the go-to initial state, which is if state path. No, I don't need the target state path actually. I don't need a dictionary because that's the simplest solution, saying there is nothing. Oh, maybe I just keep the dictionary just to be sure. We want to have the data no matter what, and then I want to transition to state to the initial state. So get path. My bad. So just two things with that. First, I'm not sure how it works with these variables here, because if it's a pointer to a variable, then what I will need to do is actually duplicate that shit here and not just assign it, because it can just assign the pointer. So I need to see if it does that. If it assigns the pointers, I'm fucked. Frankly, I'm fucked, but we'll see. Go to initial state, and I want to put nothing. So let's just test, shall we? If I go to level 1, I want to trigger a chase. Attempt to call function enter in base new instance on a new instance. Oh, I know. Yeah, because the export, okay. That's my fault, because the export is actually trying to do something before. So on the ready, I would say, okay, so I'm gonna reset that. And what I can say is if not initial state, then state, because it's already defined in the value. So initial state equals state, just so we have the info at the end. So no matter what, we have an initial no matter what, we have an initial state. And now you work! Fantastic. No, chase my ass, please. Yeah. Took you a while, actually, to realize I was there. This is a problem. Maybe I made a mistake, but it's okay. Okay, so I think I was a moron because I forgot that I need to actually give the state I'm in. So I don't know. If not as node, okay, then it's fine. So since I don't know, maybe I should actually print the initial state here just to be sure. Just because I'm not sure I actually have an initial state. So yeah, just so it works. Let's try that. Again. Sorry. Okay, so now I transition to states. So initial state idle, which is fine. Let's see when we transition again to the next step, which is idle again. Idle. So it's a copy. That's the only thing I need to know. So I have the information. I can have an initial state, which is great. Which is fantastic. Though in that case, I have kind of like a cyclic dependency, but I'm fine with that. So let's just keep that it. So now we have the information that we can get back to the initial state, which is idle state. So when someone is hiding, then typically speaking, I should be able to get back to the old state, which is cool. So now physics updates. Now what I need to do is to find the closest hiding spot. Fortunately for me, it's easy because I already implemented something like that. So I can do the same thing, find the closest point, which is here. And I can use that. I can actually use that. So I just need to configure what did I do, Scopa? Enlighten me. The closest spot. Yeah, okay, I said okay. Really? That's why you drink. My god. You need the fucking bonk. I swear to god. Okay. So okay, so I need to find the closest point. I need to define the packed vector array. Just to be sure, packed vector to array, do I have a documentation for that? SNS plus. You know what? When in doubt, packed vector to array. And we're gonna fill that. There was a pushback, I suppose. I hope there was a pushback method. There is a pushback method. We're in the clear. That's the only thing I need to know. There is a pushback, so I can add stuff to the list, so it's okay. So now what I can do is find the closest hiding spot. I have the monster in my value anyway. I have the hiding spots. So if oh yeah, no, I need to return the hiding spots. Hiding spot. There is no option, right? In GD script, no, there is none. So we have to return null or an empty list. No, not an empty list. I'm a moron. Just return null. So yeah, fuck me, I guess. So I will need to hear something after that. So yeah, if hiding spots equal that, which is the thing we have, we return null, so it's okay. And then, so now we need to return something. Please chase my ass. Oh, that. I mean, I asked politely. What do you mean? Do you have a problem with that? Okay. And so, can I push back an entire array? Yeah, I mean, I can't. Pushback, set, size, slice, append. What's the difference with pushback and append? At the end of the array. Alias of pushback. D'accord. Okay. Okay. Fine by me. That's the same thing. I mean, I'm sure they call that pushback because of the vector stuff in C++. It's pushback if you want to add something to a vector, which is, by the way, in C++, a vector is not a mathematical vector, it's a list of stuff. But they call it a vector because naming conventions, I guess. So yeah, it's a bit confusing when you're working on video games because you have vectors that are like actual mathematical objects and vectors that are like lists of stuff. Fun. So yeah, but it's fine. So you have all the spots, 4 spots in hiding spots. Easy. We want var list of packed vector to array. Can I just define it like that, or do I need to use a constructor? I think I should use a constructor. Apparently not. Apparently it's signed to a constructor, so it's okay. So packed vector to array, and we want to do list pushback spot.global position because we need the position for that, and then we return the list, and we have. Because the return tab is hiding spots. Oh yeah, no. My bad. And then we do monster. Find closest point to the list, and we return that. Can I return type vector 2 because of the hiding spot? Yeah, but since I need a vector 2, that's my problem. I need a vector 2 no matter what. So yeah. Because vector 2 can't be null. Fuck me, dude. So a hiding spot can be on 0, 0. That's a possibility. Or -1, -1, so I can't do that. Do you have the possibility to return then a null like that? Apparently not. So either I make an option right now and I make it work as an option, or I go fuck myself and not do that. Is there an option in GDScript? Option GDScript. Maybe a maybe in GDScript? Okay, so there is closed related to the visual is a point on Norwegian language. Proposal already exists, so that's why it's closed. And the proposal was never done. Okay, so I suppose there is no maybe as well, because it's also the other name you can give to an option. Which does not simplify my ass, to be fair with you. So now, either I decide that it's okay, I can do a vector null, which is a 0, 0 in the case, or I decide to make an option for that. And you know what? I want an option, because the hiding spot can be on 0, 0. I don't want to be limited by the fact that you get like 0, 0 and then it moves to it. So, yeah, I'm gonna make an option. So the goal will be to create a new file in src globals option.gd, which is gonna be just a new type of stub. You're gonna extend from variant, I suppose, or maybe not. You're just gonna be a class. So class name option. Is there something that's called option? Just to be sure. Is there something that's called option? Not to my knowledge. So we're just gonna consider the option is not used in the Godot, and we're just gonna make one. So it's easy. We want the value, which is so var value, which will be a variant, because that's important. And we want to create, no matter what, the variant. And we want to know if it's filled. So var as boolean, which is okay. Then we want an init function, so func init, I suppose. Can I pass a value to init? I think I can, right? Yes, I think I can. So we want the value, which is going to be a variant. We do nothing with that, which is okay. Init should be like that, right? Yeah. Expected on block, and so I want, yeah. I want to do that because it's going to be shadowing. And so value equal value. So, oh no. Oh no. Fuck, I'm already getting into a pitfall right now. Can I do that by default? Apparently it works. So if value is null, as false works, and we return because we don't want to do anything, and otherwise we have our friend the new value, which is value equals value. Hopefully what I'm doing is so hopefully what I'm doing is the good, like it works. What I want to do works. If so assert as no assert because it's gonna crash. So if I assert it's gonna crash, right? Yeah, so I don't want that. What I want is, if there is some, you return something. Otherwise, you return nothing. Which is a problem. Because I'm still limited to the fact that... Okay, so I can just do return value in that case. But, only when you passed it. So... Okay, can I use that? Excellent question. So I want to return an option. What I'm sad though is I can't use like a template for the option, so yeah. And so we want the option to have a value. Function option is not found by itself. I mean, you exist, right? Okay. Init. Engine prototype init. Engine is okay, that's not what I want. So it's in GDScript, I think. Oh my god. Please. Don't be honest with me. Please. Be nice. Okay, so scripting, GScript. Documentation style. Reference. Okay. Classes. Registering name classes. Do I have the constructor? This is better explained to example. You have the class init. Do something extend state sheet. Okay, that's I think that's gross, but okay. In the okay init. So you can actually do that. You can actually init stuff. Yeah. So question is, oh my .new. That's why. Okay. Option.new. So there was nothing. And so if so, okay, I want var point, which will be find closest hiding spot, which is okay. If point as that's it, right? Did I? Yeah, I didn't do that, so I can just access the value directly. If point as, then we want to extract the value, so we want to do point.sum. So it's not completely type safe, don't get me wrong, but it that's what we want. So yeah, I want it to be a vector2 and as vector2. So yeah, and then I want to do the position. So this will surely crash, but let's try. Insane, considering that it actually worked. Or maybe not. So let's just try. Let's see. Alright. Print point. Just to have the AD. Gonna print nothing. We didn't transition to the state, right? That's what happens. Let me check. I think I didn't transition to the state. On player hiding. Player hiding state. Oh. I know why. Player hiding. Because I didn't use the right name. That's my fault. Alright. And now we unleash the bug. Boom. Huh. That's certainly something. Not something I was expecting again, but okay. Can I have the information? Like print is hiding, just to be sure. Just so I know. False. False. Pardon? Pardon? Excuse me? What do you mean false? False. Like... yeah. I mean, if it's in the wrong order, it doesn't work. That is true. That is a reality that I forgot about. Ref content. Ooh, boy, you... Are you alright? Oh my god. It's... Okay. I want the position. Which into path, so that's the chase I don't care, state machine, player hiding, okay. So print the point. Okay. Print Position. Do you have a position? Do we have a position? Great question. We have a position, but he can't really fucking find it. Like, is that the global position? Yeah, that's the global position. I push back the global position, which is fine. Do I need to push the position and not the global position? I don't think I need to do that, but let's try, okay? Because normally the position is relative to the screen if I do that, and that's a problem. Yep, no, it's not even relative to the thing. But then, why are you... Oh, but maybe I know why. I might know why. It's because... No. It's going to... This spot. Wait. On a fucking moron. Yeah, I know why. Because I'm a fucking dumbass. Of course, I should have known. I should have known. Because I'm a fucking dumbass. Yeah, of course it will do that. Let me explain why it's fucking doing that. Yeah, I'm a moron, my god. So, I'm asking it to go to the closest point, okay? The closest point in the list. But then, when it's getting to the closest point, what it should do is move to the next closest point in line. Not that. And this is why it doesn't work. And this is why. This is exactly why. Because I'm already on it. So it needs a little bit more logic to actually work. But technically speaking, we actually get a point. I'm just a dumbass. That's my problem. So yeah. Closest points. So we have the value of the closest point, closest spot. Be sure. Calling it the closest spot would be better. And then we want to move again to not the closest spot, but we want the next one, which is the next closest point. And we want to do that. Closest spot. Sorry. Oh my god. Can you let me type you? Thank you very much. Don't be a dick. That's the only thing I'm asking you to do. Find the closest hiding spots, which will potentially return the thing. So on the physics update, if point has, I want the closest spot to be point dot sum. Oh yeah, no, because it returns a... Sure. Because it returns a position. So my shit does not work. Alright, my shit does not work. So I need to re-implement something that is kinda similar, but not really. Gosh, I hate myself. Also, I think I made a mistake, by the way, because if I remember correctly, I wrote something. Yes, I know it's terrible writing. I do my best. You know, will scold you for calling yourself a dumbass. Yeah, I know, but she's not here. You don't have to tell her. Player hiding. Wander slowly to closest hiding spot. Check all hiding spot when player hiding. Yeah. And normally what I was having in mind is actually it stops in front of the spot. And then when it's done doing his little Macarena, move to the next one. So what I need to do is sort by position. That's what I need to do. Instead of doing that, because it's just re-implementing stupid shit, honestly, I need to sort it by position. So... by position relative to the monster. Yeah, that's what I want to do. but I don't want to sort it every time. I don't want to sort it every time. No, that's a problem. Because if I sort it every time, it's gonna be fucking awful. I mean, they won't. Okay, will it though? Because I will have like maybe 20 hiding spots at max in the game. Don't tell her, please. I'm not gonna beg, but please. Okay. So yeah, typically speaking, if I define my, should I just do? Honestly. I saw that ping, Scrapper. Fucking hate you. I saw those. I saw the ping. The ping, Scrapper. That's mean. That's mean. That's mean. That's really mean to me. You deleted. I mean, yeah, but I still got the thing. You say, please, honestly. I hate you so much. But yeah. Fuck me, dude. Okay, so if I sort that, so maybe I'm grandfathering right now, but if I sort in the position, it's a possibility, by the way. I still am locked to a certain degree because I can't update that all physics updates. That would just be impossible to manage. So if that would be impossible to manage, it's not something we want, right? Which means it can move to this spot because it's the closest one, but then it should stop and move to the next one. So I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I think it'd be better if I do it like that. So what I could do, and maybe it's better, when you get into the states, it sorts the hiding spot and move incrementally towards them, which is easy to do. It sorts them by position at the moment you enter in the state, which is what I want to do. And I think it simplifies everything because I sort only once and then I just walk the array. And I think we're on to something that is a bit better. So let's just do that, I think. So we don't want that. And so, typically speaking, I don't need the options right now. I'm gonna keep them, by the way, but I don't need the option. So it's great. I still want the monster set movement target because yeah. But by default, it's gonna save my ass a ton of time. So I think it's okay. Yeah. Move the vector 2 position and leave me the fuck alone, please. So in the enter, I need to have the hiding spots. Funk. Can you sort? Is there a sorting algorithm in Godot with like a function pointer that I can use? That would be great, so I can actually modify. To sort. Is there a sort array? Sort custom. You just have to ask. So there's a sort custom, find custom, and sort custom. Where's my sort custom? In S, I suppose. Yes, sort custom functionable. I can sort ascending. Cool. That's the only thing I need to know. So, alright, what I can do is do it directly here. Hiding spot dot sort custom, and I want to do A, which is an hiding spot. So yeah, I need a callable. So A hiding spot, B hiding spot, return. What do you return? You return an int, I suppose. Oh, you return just a boolean. Cool. Alright. So now I want to do something like that, I guess, for the last part. And yeah. Now if I get in, can I like if A Why? What? Okay. If A, the global position. Oh yeah, no, I need to know the distance. Not just the position, you don't do it like that, you do the distance. So, yeah. Current distance, global position, distance too. So yeah, I need a monster position. So global position, distance 2 point. If... Yeah, okay. So I need to do 2 variables, distance to A, which is monster dot global position dot distance to A dot global position, and we want the same, which is distance to B, and yeah. And what we can return is return distance to A, distance to B. That's what's the problem? Can you fix that? Expecting expression after that found. Okay. Closing parentheses doesn't have an opening counterpart. Expected statement found. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I know why. Because I am a dum-dum. Let's go. As non static typing, so yeah, I need to put the funk in front of it, otherwise it doesn't work. So yeah, thank you for that. So now we have the information, which what we want. Also composition distance 2. Funk is called as many times as necessary, having true element as argument. The function should return true. The first element should be moved before the second one. Oh. Okay. So if the distance, the first element should be moved before the second one. Okay. So something like that in our case then. Right? What do you do with the sort custom? So it gets the value. And if A smaller to B, then Apple bonds. Oh, so it's the inverse in our case. Yup. Idiot boy, but it works. Okay. So now is the inverse. So we have the sort here, which is okay. It's typed correctly, by the way, so I'm happy with that. And now we want to know the var here, which will be var current spot, which is an int. We're going to start at 0 by default, so it's okay. And now set movement target, we want to go to hiding spot. We want to know when we return it, so I can get the value. So yeah. So now we have set movement target hiding spot current spot, which is fine. Hiding spots with an S. Current spot dot global position, because it's a position. And then we move on, because now we want to know monster dot get navigation state. I think that's the name I call that. Get navigation state. Did I call it like that? I think I did. Apparently there is no documentation for that. So nav state is monster, so navigation character. Yeah, I mean, I can just do that, honestly. Because I'm not set type. Why? Process navigation state. Yup. Hence why. That's not a good name. So yeah. And now we have the knife state loading. And do I have the knife state at some point? Find closest point. Did I do something for the moving or did not? Set next move, which is what we have here. Set next move, movements pass, so we know that it's okay. Oh. Navigation state, what do you have? Finished. Legend is completed navigation and progress is moving to the desired target. So if nav state equal navigation character, which is a class I made, navigation state dot finished, which is our value we want, we do current spot plus plus or plus equal 1 because there is no plus plus, but yeah, assignment is not, yeah, sorry. Alright, so now we have something that's supposed to work. Hope. So now I'm hiding. Alright. So you need a timer. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what that happens? Because I have 2 brain cells and they all died at the moment. But yeah, because yeah, I need to do that. I need to just have a set here. Just so it's a bit better. Yeah, current spot and hiding spots. And of course, if there is no hiding spot, you're supposed to do nothing, but yeah. Like, what I would like to do... Actually, what I would like to do is, if there is no spot, then you just don't go to this state. But let's just consider that there is no spot, like there are always spots, so yeah. Because this is a problem. I mean, typically speaking, what's gonna happen is... gonna be 0. So yeah, I think it's okay, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's okay. So now what's gonna happen is gonna just clamp. So now it does that, and then it goes to the next one, and then it's gonna come back to me. There is no timer, so I made a mistake. Because if I... Okay. Hold on a second. I was unable also to leave. I can't leave. I can't leave. What? Okay. So first what I need to do is do that. Because it's not going to the right position. Yeah, it's the closest this one, then it's this one. Why? Why are you bugging there? What? You see that? What? What? Why is my player... Did I got moved by the monster? Hold on. Am I not supposed to be fucking invulnerable in that shit? Hold on. I think I discovered a bug with my hiding system. Let's just remove the hide for the moment. Just so I know what the fuck is going on. So I'm hiding, by the way. It's just you see me because I need to see what's gonna happen. Oh, so it actually went on me. Wait, I'm hiding. You can't do that. You can't push me. Wow. Yeah, okay, is vulnerable or is hiding. Because that's the problem, I think. That is weird. Yeah, you want on it already. It's fine. Yeah, okay, so yeah. So it's blocked. Okay. So this is a problem, by the way, because it's blocked. Okay. It's blocked next to the to the spots, and then it leaves. So this is a problem. Okay. So first, this is fixed, but then I have a problem, which is the next one, which is now we have the good distance and stuff, which is fine. No problem. My problem now is I want to know when you move to a spot, you don't have to be close to the spot. So I know you can give some leeway when it moves. I know that for a fact. Monster, no, navigation character. I think I defined that in navigation character, knowing myself. Navigation characters, navigation character. Process navigation states. So it's fine, that's what we want. Set movement targets. Set a backdoor, which is fine. I know for the navigation agent, you can define the value. Hold on. Navigation agent, because what I want to do is give it like you don't have to do whatever, like you don't have to be on point to make it work. So I will need to change that, by the way. I'm using navigation agent, personing avoidance. From the next pass position, target zero distance from the target path position. The agent considers the target position to be reached at the path at its end. A target desired distance from the target path position. The agent considers the target position to be reached at the path at its end. I can define the distance here. So what I can do is I can modify the set movement target to target, so this target desired distance, which is a float in my opinion, and I want it to be 0, 0. What's the value by default on the monster? Just so I know. It's the navigation agent 2D target desired distance, which is this value. By default is 20 pixel. Is it the float? The distance threshold before target is considered to be reached, or reaching target reach is limited and navigation ends. Coming navigation end only by setting this property to a value greater than path desired distance. Navigation will be reaching the last waypoint. You can also make navigation end closer to the target than each individual. Okay. So I want an onReady again. OnReady var default target desired distance, which will be a float in my opinion, and then I need to do the navigation agent dot target desired distance, already floats, so it's okay. And then I want it to be default target desired distance. Can I do that? That's great, I like that. And now I can do navigation agent dot target desired distance equal the target desired distance, So now we change and we allow in that value to in that function to allow setting the target desired distance if we want. And so here we can actually increase the distance if we want. Is that better? Probably not. But yeah, I can do that though. Target desired distance, so 30 pixel, I would say 50 pixel would be fine and dandy. Let's see if it compiles. No. The default path should be different for the monster to roll. Yeah, so it's fine. It compiles. So does that. Then let's see. Pain in the ass you are. Alright. Because you're not technically... Can I... Print... Navigation agent dot target. It's just to be sure. 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20. Why do I have one that is 20, one that is 50? Why? Oh, I might know why. Because in the monster... Yup. Because in the monster, I make an oopsie. Because this should be handled by the idle state, right? Yeah, okay. This should be handled by the idle state. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that, which is a problem because I'm a moron. So, on state, they'll compute speed, velocity. And so we always scan for player. What is scan for player again? Scan for player. Where is my scan for player? So we return. Okay, so we just find if he can find a position. And next best position. Okay. Where do I do the next best position? Normally I'm supposed to put that in the monster set next move. If I'm in the idle state, but I'm not in the idle state. Print in idle states, just to be sure. So normally I'm in idle state. I'm not in idle state anymore. So you're not supposed to do 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20 50 20. That doesn't work like that. So now I have a problem. And I don't know why. Did I do something wrong for the monster state? Just checking where it's going. Okay, so it's not returning to path. Yeah, it's not returning to path. But okay, don't tell me you're gonna crash. Thank you, Goro. Love you when you do that to me. Right. Again. Let's do it again. So we don't return to path, so it's already great to know that. But then the idle monster segment next move. What did I do? I think I made a fuck up somewhere. Set next move, so that's where you're supposed to go, right? I think I made a fuck up somewhere. Ain't no way. So, where? That's the thing. Where am I? Why did I make a mistake? Physics was a scan for player direction to next first position, normalize, and move and slide under collision stimulation by velocity. If navigation engine is finished. Why? Why do I do that? This is a problem, right? Yeah. So okay, we have the info that it changes. So we are in the monster. Did I do something in the first monster? Nope. So it's not there? Where is my problem? This is the fun part of bug hunting. It's finding the bug in all the fucking class you're actually inheriting, because really, object-oriented programming, I love it. Absolutely not. Fuck. Where is my problem? Setup state machine, which is for the monster, the setup for path. I can close this point, set next move. Am I in the set next move? Print in, just so I know. Let's try again. In. I'm not in. I'm not in again. Okay, also, I realized that this is something I need to keep because my monster is a fucking moron. So I need to do that, apparently. So yeah. Which is fine. But we were not in set next move. So what is calling the value? What's calling my my new targets? Where am I calling that shit? Because technically I'm not calling anything, right? Gaslight slide collision, which is a case animation of velocity. We have the info. This song is so weird. Okay. So there is one that spawns twice the value. And I'm not sure what is doing that. Yeah, okay. That's starting to get on my nerves, not gonna lie. So there's something that calls that shit. Oh! No, I'm a moron. Because I have two navigation agents. The cat is also a navigation agent. Yeah, okay, so there was no bug after all from that black. Ah. Fuck me, dude. Okay, so no. But then it just doesn't work. Like, it's still not wanting to play by the rules that I'm asking it to play with. Let's try again. Yeah. You dumbass. You dumbass. Okay. Why don't you want to play with me on that? Target desired distance. The distance threshold before a target is considered to be reached. On reaching a target is emitted in navigation, blah 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 blah. We know. You can make navigation linearly by setting this property to a value greater than path desired distance, which is this. Okay. Navigation went before reaching the last waypoint. You can also make navigation closer to the target than each individual path position by setting this property to a value lower than path desired distance. And what is path zero distance? The distance threshold before a path point is considered to be reached. This allows agents not have to hit a path point to the basically, but only to reach its general area. Okay, so I defined the target, but you need to modify the path zero distance. What? Okay, I guess fine. Fine. Then let me change stuff again. So navigation character GD, I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm gonna also add the path zero distance. Path desired distance plot equals default path desired distance. Again, we have our friend. We want to do it again, but now we want the path. You know what? I can even do that, you know? Target path. Easy. Alright, and now he's gonna say unused parameter, which is fine by the way, because now I can change that and use the same ID. I get the target, and boom, path. Helix is great. I love it. So yeah. And I can just do that to move it in the correct order. And now it's supposed to work. Supposed. Only in the nuance. And the level path should be different. Yeah, because I'm on the monster scene and on the level 1 scene. That's why. So I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe 100 is a bit big. That's maybe why. But seeing it like getting to the wall was funny. No, you still want to be on my ass. Why? Why do you want to be on my ass? What's the meaning behind that? Why do you want my ass so bad? I'm confused as fuck. Again. Yeah. On my ass. I'm changing these values, by the way. So you're not supposed. Maybe I should do it like that. Big brain. Maybe I should do it like that. I know you still want my ass. Okay. So I'm confused. What can I'm gonna keep this modification, by the way. It's not like it's doing anything wrong, but it's not working either. So why? Because I need to check the navigation engine again, like the actual documentation of the navigation agent. Navigation agent 2D. Debug enabled. Okay, cool. Target zero distance, target position. Simplify path. Okay, what is simplify path? A simplification will be returned with just critical path points removed. The simplification was equal to percent phase and simplification is the Hammer Douglas picker algorithm for curve point. Okay. Curve point decimation. I like that term. But yeah. So not what I want. Get navigation layer value, the current navigation. Is target reachable? Target position, pathfinding algorithm. What are the algorithm you can select? Using the path query value. Ooh. Pathfinding algorithm. A star. So you have just A star. Wait, I guess. So only A star. Alright. There's a reachable navigation with the last points. I wonder if first I could just use the navigation agent. Maybe that would be a bit better, because what I did I think is bad. Target reached to the player hiding on navigation agent to the target reached. Connect. So I have the target pressed normally with that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. You're in the no, okay, I'm not in the good place. Okay, cool. Feels bad, man. So navigation agent target reached. So let's say var point reached. Cool. Target false, which is okay. On navigation agent point reached true. And so here, instead of using the nav state and stuff, I can do point reached. I can just do an if. Just do an if. I don't know why I'm doing something that complicated. I can just do an if, and then I can do point reached false. And let's try again. So a friend just sent me an image. My god, just sent me an image of my stream, and under my stream there is like Ed Sheeran. I don't know why. The fuck is that? Oh, my god. So this stream is actually connected to Ed Sheeran for some reason. So I guess. What did I do for that? I don't know. But yeah, maybe this. No, not even the song. I don't know. I don't understand why YouTube is weird. Oh, well, let's try that again. Not in the monster, though, in the level, because it's not gonna work if I do it in the monster. So now... Okay, so it doesn't work. So... I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. Why are you so annoying with me? Null, null, null. Again, why null? It's supposed to be a fucking value. Let's go. I think it's okay. But yeah. Gosh, I hate it so much. So if I change the maybe 90 just for whatever. Now you just try again. Yeah, I'm not in the right stuff. Yeah, because see, if I do that, this dumbass can't avoid walls. So it just doesn't work. I can't do it like that. I can't set it to this type of distance. But then it still tries to get on my ass no matter what. So either that, or I need to define a position that is accessible. Okay, so what I need to do to fix that value, to fix that problem, is that I want it to go near the hiding spot. What I could do are multiple things. Either I consider that hiding spots will always be like that, so you can get you can only get from like they will always have like clearance on the bottom of the hiding spot. So I can just say you go to the position of the hiding spot minus like a value in y, so it gets down. I think it's gonna be a plus value, though not a minus value, but anyway, no, minus for the up, so yeah, plus value. So yeah, so plus a value in y, so it's just gonna get under it. But then the moment I want to use hiding spots at other positions, for example, if I want to put in this one, for example, I need to move it up the position I want it to go for. And this is a problem. That's not what I want to do. I want something that works correctly and that is modulable. Which means, typically speaking, what I really need to do is to think about getting the navigation polygon of the fucking navigation, get the position and see if I can get a position inside the polygon that is outside the... yeah, no. I hate that. Because it goes on my ass no matter what, and I don't want you to go on my ass. Because if I modify, like if I... let's do something like that. If I do... let's try something like that, okay? If I do like a value like that, for example, would that make it work? Or will it not? You still want... I'm going to cry. And if I do that, do you understand where I want you to go? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Oh. Okay, so that might be DMCA. I'm gonna keep it, and I'll see if I get fucked at some point. I like this song, but yeah, we'll see. Normally on Twitch it would have been just muted, but I'm not using Twitch anymore, so yeah. I see. I hope it's gonna be okay. Feels like I want to know. Does that changes? Because maybe the problem is there. One. Oh. Why? Ah, that's why it doesn't work. That's my fault. Okay, but that's good to know. Also, why? So, yeah, so... Okay, you're a bitch, but in multiple ways, more than one. I claim the value between 0 and any spot size minus 1. Just... can I... this is SP sometimes, love it. Okay, try again. 2. I'm setting your value, by the way. Why? Okay, let's do something like that, it's okay. Normally clamp works. Variant min max. Okay, variant min max. This is exactly what we have. So clamp is supposed to work Why don't you want to work? I'm gonna... That's exactly what I do in the monster, by the way. Exactly. I do that. I do exactly that. Why? Why? Do I do something different after that? Oh. So I need to still do it like that, okay. Oh, because it's doing it on the max one, yeah. I'm a moron. It's not a modulus. Wait. Wait. I have an ID. That might be better. Can I just do a modulus? Mod maybe. No. Open module. Reminder modular period. I'm trying something. Okay? I'm trying. If that works. If that works, I have what I want. Because technically speaking, it's a modulo. So. Yeah, no. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Fuck. But I can be smart about it. If value hiding spot dot size -1 current spot equals 0, and if I do it there, I actually simplify everything. Hiding spots, yeah, hiding spots. Bad. And so I can actually change that. If it works, I can change that in the monster. So it's also made it directly in the monster, which is a bit better. So now, let's try again. 1. Please, can you... Okay, so maybe I know why. Because I need desired distance to the path. So let's say I want 40 in that position. Because I can actually do that now, I think. So I'm okay with that modification. So again, 1. You are such a pain in the ass sometimes, navigation agents, TD, Angodo. Sometimes I fucking hate you so much. I mean, you work, but... I hate you. Let's just do something like that. I was able to have a modification to the thing at some point, so I just tried to get... Yeah, if I do 90, you are unable to find it. I want a value, so 30 target desired distance. I want to let's do 50 because that's maybe what I need. Actually, let's try again. Come on, we can do it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. So 50 is a bit big, but it works. I'm happy that it works. I can modify that now. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. My god, my god. Okay. So I can also copy that system for the entering of the next path ID, which is going to be the same. Basically, default path points once. Default path once. Let's do it like that. And then next path ID, which is our friend here. And so I can also simplify it because I have that, which I don't want. I just want to do that. So it's already in the set value, which is fine. So normally it works. Let's just try it again. It's gonna try. I'm gonna follow it to see if it... Did you find... My god! You found me so fast. I was not even into the collider. What? Leave me the fuck alone. I swear to God, leave me the fuck. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. It's causing the distance. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Okay, I like that. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Yeah, okay. What? I can't run. I can't run. Leave me alone. Okay, that's scary. But also the... Okay, so... That's scary, but also we're in the position where I can't do anything. I'm just dying. So yeah, okay. Fine. Also, how did you find me? Like, bitch, please. How? Okay, maybe I was in the collider. Maybe that's why. Let's do something like that. How did you move? I'm baffled. Why did you move to the chase? Hello? You shouldn't have moved to the chase. Wait. How? My god. I like to draw. You found me how? Till... Oh, I know. Because I did a noopsie here, because now I have a player value, and so I had to check it there, because otherwise it tries to find it anyway. So yeah, and from target equal player, exactly why I did a noopsie here. We changed the collider, and so we find the collider and did something. Normally you won't find me from no fucking distance. Alright, you're able to do it. Good boy, you can change. I like that. Ah, okay, so it's a bit better. Alright. Alright. So we don't need that, which is great. We have the info, we have the set movement target. That works. Finally. So we have the current spot. Now we can move to something a bit more interesting, which is a timer, to just an idle timer in front of the hiding. So let's just add a child now. It's gonna be a timer again. The timer will be the idle timer, and since it's under the node, we know what it is. We want to connect the timeout to the player hiding on idle timer timeout, which is what we want. We reload that to get access to it. We remove that because fuck you, I guess. Idle timer timeout, what we want. Great. So now we want to do like, you start the timer, and then as long as the timer is running, you do nothing. You just wait. And in the end, maybe like an animation later down the pipeline, but for the moment just waiting for a set time. I want to define in the monster a new export, which is chase speed factor. I have the chase speed factor. Do I have the chase timer? Or player composition maybe? No, I don't have it. So I don't have the chase timer value. Interesting. So something I should actually put, I think. But outside of that, let's just do something like that. So we want it to stop for 5 seconds at most, 5 seconds by default, just say that. And at most I would say 10 seconds. Like, I don't want to be greater, I think it's too big, it's greater like that. And what I want is idle timer time. And I want you to... And I want you to start at 5 seconds, which is what we want. We're okay with that, we love that, we're happy with that. So, speak to the just in the player, default to that. So let's just make an export category. An export category, I think that's the name. Let me check the player composition. I'm not sure how I made that, so... Export category, player, export group. So maybe just something like a group instead of a category. Yeah. Export group, and what we want is timers, just so we have a group. The time. So the time the monster idles to a hiding spot when the player is hiding, default to 5 seconds. Do I have a suffix that I can add? Yes, suffix S for the seconds. What we want, so it makes sense. We want a new value here again, which is then the monster. The time the monsters continue chasing the player, even when outside of its vision. Was the default for that? I don't remember, but I will find it. The default for that is 30 seconds for the wait time, so yeah, that's a lot of time, but yeah. So this one, 30 seconds. Chase, time. Alright, we want to start at 30, and I think we don't need to go past 50 or 1 minute. 1 minute is a long time to chase. I mean, we'll never go past that, but it's okay. Honestly, I can see it to be like 1 second, honestly, just so I can select and start at 30. Okay. Chase time, time. Chase time. Chase time. Okay, chase time. This will be better. And now we have the information we want. So define. Okay. These should be here because it's not related to timers. Okay. So we have the info. Now I want to, in the ready, we want a new function. It's gonna call setup timer. Func setup timers. Alright. Void. And we wanted to do state machine slash chase timer. So I have a chase duration. It's already defined here. Oh, I'm a moron. Oh, it's fine. Idle duration then. Idle duration. Okay, cool. I already had that. So I can actually just get it here. Like that. And so I can do player hiding slash idle timer dot set wait time idle duration. Cool. And now we can set up state machine, set up timers, which is okay. Cool. We have the info we need on player hiding, connect, so we connect to the player, which is fine. Alright, so now it's a bit better. We have the timer. If we go back to the player hiding, on idle timeout, so we just say var is idle is waiting just for that. We'll define it as false in our case. On idle timeout 4, so is waiting equals false, easy. And what we want is when the knife state is here. So if is waiting, return, we don't move. So yeah, and here we want to do knife state finished. We want to do is waiting equal true, and you know what, I want to do it on the func start waiting, so it's a function I can modify. Is waiting equal true, and we want to get our friend the idle timer to start. And yep, easy. For the monsters, I want the idle timer to be a one-shot, and I want it to start on 5. Doesn't change anything, but it's okay. So now we have the info we want. Cool. And so when the idle timer stops, then you're not doing anything. So normally it's waiting, so it's just doing his shit, but yeah. So now if I go to the level and I do it again, normally what's gonna happen is our friend will stop there. Apparently not. Okay. Oh yeah, I know why. Start waiting. That's better if I actually use the function, but yeah. So normally it's gonna move there, wait for 5 seconds, doing something weird, but okay. Let's see what's gonna happen when he goes to me. Okay. Okay. So this is weird, but I might know why. So if you're finished, what I want to do, if I do monster dot velocity equals vector 2, and monster dot set animation by velocity. Yeah, and you want the velocity, by the way, so velocity 40. Monster velocity. Monster velocity. Sorry. Normally, now you do something meaningful. Alright. Now you're supposed to wait. This is infuriating at most, because you're still doing stupid shit. I want to know the knife state after that. Loading finished 1, okay. Okay. Finished. Finished. And after this is finished, you should not do that. You should just stop. No, it's moving. And now you're not even doing the animation correctly. Normally, you're supposed to stop when the navigation is finished, okay? So this is the infuriating to me. Alright. I have the speed, the velocity. Well, that's maybe why. I know why. Punk! Compute speed. With the base speed. Float. Float. Easy. If is waiting, return 0. Return super dot compute speed, base speed. Can I do that? Can I do that? Would that work? Perfect. So the blur is normal because I'm losing my what's the name? My sanity. That's why. Okay. Cool. Cool. I have the information I need. So if I do that, it works. Because otherwise, it's trying to compute the speed for the. That's why it was doing that, because it still gives them a velocity, even though it shouldn't be moving. But yeah. Dumb, but you know. Okay. A bit of spaghetti. I'm gonna lie, but it works. So we have something that works for the hiding state. We want it to stop. There is no flare at the moment. It should do something maybe, but for the moment it's doing nothing. Maybe a new animation that I need to play in this entirety instead of waiting for an idle timer. Something I could do. That is fine. For the moment it's just a proof of concept. More like I want it to work and then I can add the flare later. But true. For the moment it doesn't look that scary. I mean, to be fair, it's just like small monsters, just like looks like a humanoid shape. So yeah, nothing really scary, just fun test. For the moment it's fine, but we are better in terms of everything else, because now we have the information we want, which is when the player is hiding, we check evil hiding spots one by one, and it's sorted and stuff. So it works. I'm happy with that. We have something that is okay. Now we want to do the trap call. Just when the player is trapped, we need to move to the chase directly. So move to player trapped, and maybe not chase, because I think it's unfair, but more like the monster rush to the traps. And if there is the player, then define them. Otherwise, you know, it's not. So otherwise, it would be unfair in my opinion. So, see, it's there. Maybe it's not readable because my handwriting sucks. But here, so trap player plus call, so it's trap that is the call stuff. In that case, I think I will need to merge my trap system with that. So let's try that. Feature slash trap. There's a... Okay. I'm just gonna base for feature traps. You haven't stage change. You are perfectly right, my friend. So yeah, I'm keeping the option. Alright, I don't need that, by the way. I don't need that, so I can just reset this file. I take that, 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 and I take that. So yeah, GCC. Hit monster states, add support for player hiding. Alright, let's just push that. So we have it, and we can modify it if we want. And then I want to redo my rebase. Resolve all conflicts. So okay, level 1.tsn. Size. Okay. So there is no problem apparently with that. So git rebase continue. Alright. Thank you. Remove conflict manually, mark them as resolved. Okay, so let's just continue rebasing. Monster GD, Monster TSN. Okay, no problem, so just rebase. Okay. And next rebasing problem. Okay, so no problem there and no problem there apparently. Okay. So this is not good. Because I have one hit. Yep, I want that. If no collider, return damage, unity damage. Which is fine, thank you. So what's the point? Could not resolve class monster state. This kind of local change is under it. Oh. I did an oopsie. Level 1. Oh yeah. Vaccine, trap layer. Oh. Okay. Head. I made an oopsie. Fuck. I've checked the thing. God. Fuck. Can you... Yes. Yes, okay, that I love my life. Well, oh, yeah, okay. E3 base. I meant to say before, it's just I bought. And I know. I need to do it again. Let's rebase again, but properly this time. So, what's the problem in level 1? Add monster.tsn when I'm using first monster, so this is something I don't want, but I want a drop layer. And this is the other navigation polygon here, so I can remove that. Make something to pass at different speed on. Okay. What is that? Sub resource curve 2D. Yeah, okay. Now I know what it is. So that's my other stuff. So let's remove it. Continue again, just to be sure. And it's gonna be long. It's not really fun to rebase this kind of files, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Drop layer parent, okay. Does that work? It's kind of change. You have drop layer, okay, let's see. Yeah. Do I still have the monsters? First monster? No. Oh, because I'm rebasing, I'm not... That's why I'm wrong. That's my fault. Yeah, I'm rebasing and I should not be rebasing. I should be fast forward. Abort. GM, feature traps. No. Fast forwards. So, because I need to merge. Alright. Let's put this here. The navigation character, head, feature traps. We don't have a stop chase in my opinion, I think. Mine is stop chase directly on the monster. I don't think I use the stop chase. On target player, what we want, so there's something better here. So yeah, same. On player hiding, which is something that we want to keep. And here it's the... that's... Because there is no stop chase timeout. Okay. Can identify the type of player because the barrier doesn't have a set type. Because I'm supposed to have a player here. No. Current state of monster doesn't have a set type. Relative speed because it doesn't have a set type. Fun. I love working my way around that shit. Move part the class player from rest character player. Yeah, you know. So if I do that, I have finished this one. Let's just modify the player here. I think that's why it doesn't allow me to do it. Yeah. So we want something here that is more like that. Okay, damage needs to be finished off to the monster collision. Is that okay? Seems okay to me, so we move that. So we can say these two have been changed. Now that's what we have on the head. Gosh, I want to die. Feature traps, we have the vaccine, character monster optician. So we have that. Okay, I can remove that, I can remove that. I can remove that. And now we have the head, which is this path point, which is fine, I can remove it. And let's take the smaller path. Let's continue to be sure that everything is okay in this file. Alright. This is gonna change. Level 1 supposed to be corrupt, which is funny. Navigation polygon, so that's the navigation polygon. Let's remove the navigation polygon. Navigation polygon. Let's just remove the navigation. Why do I have two polygons? Vertices polygons, yeah, that's why. Because I have the vertices and the polygons. Makes sense because it's the navigation polygon, so you need the vertices and the polygon. Yeah. Okay. So here we have monster navigation character monster optician I don't want. And I have the navigation polygon here that I don't want. Yep. We want to remove what we have on head and we want to keep that. And that seems to be okay. Can I discard changes? I open my level 1 optician. Fuck. No. Fuck me, dude. I want to die. Okay, so let's just modify this one then. Head, we have a stop chase, connection signal, stop chase. Method on head, we have nothing, and then we have that. Connected on stop chase, on trigger chase, on chase timeout timeout. Connected to that, which is not the case anymore. Because you're connected to state machine chase now. So something like that. If I open the monster, will it be okay? Yup. The signals seem to be connected correctly. Yup. So for the monster, we are okay with that. So let's just continue the monster. Because if I edit it like that, I edit it with my wrong stuff. Can I have like git diff? Do I have a git diff for that? No, maybe not. But SRC, no. Up, but SRC, just to see if I can do it with bat. And I'm default to Elix again, but it's fine. Just having something that works better than what I'm using, which would be cool. Apparently I can't. This color can change below, which is okay. Okay, so CLI diff tool. Oh, I have git diff tool. Yeah. Git diff tool. Apparently I don't have it installed, which is a problem. Git diff tool, I suppose. -p git diff. Incremental diff was made from std inside by side to patcher. Good. No. Raise my git diff. Git diff tool. Okay, so it's connected to something like that. Does that exist? Apparently, no. Git diff tool is a comment. Okay, so you do git diff tool, that's why. Git diff tool. That doesn't help me, but I see. Can I select stuff from head? Okay, so how do you use git diff tool? Oh, okay, that just gives you the diff. That's not what I want. CLI merge tool. See, interactive visual merge for tool console. Git merge tool. Okay, you have git merge tool. Cool. So I can just do git merge tool in that case. Git merge tool. We now attempt to use one of the following tool. Open diff, kdiff, tg, okay. No merges available. Oh yeah. So I need to install something. Okay. So vim diff, emerges merge. My god. Diff merge. Is there like something like just like diff merge for the test? Okay. I guess I go fuck myself. So vim diff, maybe I can play with that. Vim diff. Oh yeah, because I need to have vim installed. That's fine. So let's just do that with vim. Nix shell to p and vim. Maybe neo vim actually. So we have neo vim diff tool. I wish Elix had that, but yeah. And now I need git merge tool. And vim diff. Okay, so let's just install vim. Fine. Do it with vim. Where's this? Like, insane. Okay, how do you do merge resolution with that? It's been a while since I used vim, by the way. So, apologies, but yeah, no, I don't know how to use the vim merge tool. Vim diff comments. See what I can do. Vim diff just shit. Incredible. Vim diff. Get change from other window into the current window. Jump to the open 4, close 4, just following level. Diff update. Get from remote, get from base. Can I select into more common mode? Vim diff, there's nothing. Get change from other window to current window. Put okay, jump next change, open 4, reduce folding level, 1 more folding level, please. Okay, recalculate the diff update, diff g, get from remote, get from base, get from local. Okay. Diff g. Yeah, take one stick copy text from one buffer to another. There is diff g. Modify the current buffer to undo the difference between the buffer. If bus spec is given, the buffer is used. If bus spec is okay. Diff put to same as with the range to offset for obtain. Diff put. Can I just have like something really fucking stupid like oh yeah, because I'm using X like a moron. True. You can't select like that, yeah, forgot. Let's just not do it like that. Diff get Okay, so you can get here. Did you hold on? Did you give me the value again, or did I? Okay, so in that case, I use the local one. If I'm in that position, feels like I'm getting the local one again. Why, that's counterintuitive when you don't know how to use it. Oh fuck, how do you move between pane? It's been so long since I used it, I swear to god. How do you move between splits? Splits. Control W to move. Yes, GKL. So yeah. So Control W, K. Okay. So if I do diff, get that, I get the diff. Control W, L, no, Control W, L, again. I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't understand what I'm doing. I don't understand what I'm doing. No right is not change. Continue. No right is not change. Continue. No right is not continue. Four, 5 minutes. Okay. So what did I do? Something stupid. So yeah. Good, thank you. Alright. Let's check again the level. So see levels, level 1. So now I have which value? Oh my god. This is why I shouldn't install a real diff tool and not do it by hand. I never thought it would be so fucking terrible to do it like in TSCM files, my god. Anyway, that's my fault. That's completely my fault. Yeah. And so if I get the level 1, normally it's this version, and then I need to add to instantiate a trap spot, so trap layer, I think, that I put under the player composition. That is okay. So yeah. Every time when the player walks into a trap, and so I need to connect it to the player composition on trap layer trapped, which is my function. So yeah. I need to do that, and then I have the new value for this one, and so it works. Fits, merge, feature, slash drops. Okay, a bit better, now we have the traps. Golly! Took me a while to make it work, but in the end we're here. So yeah, it's a character monster. I have the states again, and so I want trap for the GT, which gonna be class and name trap for state extends monster states. So yeah. Easy. We want, for example, the idle state, which is okay. The chase state is going to be practically the same. We want the position, so var position is a vector 2, which is going to be the first thing we get. All right, we're having fun now. Enter. So we have that. We don't want that. We want the position, which is data position. So yeah, we have the info, physics updates, and so we just want to do it once, which is easy. Set movement target to position. So that's it. And when we go on exit, we want to remove the position entirely. So position is no null. So yeah, is a vector to this one, which is okay, same listing. And we want to return it to path. So let's go. We want to compute a new value for the speed because I want it to be speedy but not completely out of speed. So compute speed base speed float, and we want to return a value which is for the monster we want roam speed factor, chase speed factor. I want default to 1.25 by the way. Default to 1.25 or 1.50 I think, just so it's a really fast rush. The speed factor of the monster we're changing the player, default to that. So the speed factor, right, and we want the trap pull speed factor, which would be the speed factor for the monster when pulled by a trap. Default to that. And so we want to return base speed times monster dot trap core speed factor, and we have the value for the speed. That's easy. This is for chase, by the way. Exactly. So we have the same principle again. Cool. We don't want a timer. We don't care. We want you just when you get to it, you should finish the emit idle, and then you change. So what I want is I want to get back to the monster. I want to get that navigation finished. I need to add the node, by the way. So this node will be connected to state machine, and I want it to be trap call. Okay, I need to attach a script, my new friend, which is this one, so trap call. Load, and now I want to connect navigation finished to my trap call. Connect. We want to reload, and when the navigation is finished, which is what we want, we finished that emit idle. So we, oh yeah, because I use my caps lock. Okay, finished emit idle. So when we're at the end and we get to it, finished. That's the end. That's okay. Might not exist, but no matter what, if we find the player before, it's okay. So now we have the call that exists, and what we want to change. So trigger chase, which is do we have an on trigger chase? I don't know. Layer composition. Monster mixture on trigger. Okay. Player trapped. I want to change the name to player trapped in that case, because it's not gonna be a trigger chase. Player trapped. And so we want to have the same value, so connected here, player trapped, on player trap connect. So we have the info, we reload, on player trap, we get the player, and what we want is we want to do state machine. Let's transition to state. Transition to state. Same principle. State machine slash trap call. Yup. Dot get path. And we want to give the position, and the position will be the player dot position, global position, because otherwise it doesn't work. And we have the values, so it works. And for parameter player is shadowing an already declared variable, which is fine because I can just do with that, which works as well, but it's okay if I pass it anyway. And now, normally when the player is trapped and it's a call trap, then what happens is we have a new call that works, and the player will call the monster to them. So now on the trap layer, I need to get the information. So on the tile set, but I need to open the trap layer first, I think. Yup. Player the TSM. Select a property. Trap type. I think I have the info here. Let's just check. Yup, I have the info. 0312. And this is why I need to get access to my trap layer again. The call is the 3 and subsequent after the 3. So the 3 is this style. Okay, that's just a test style, by the way. Shouldn't be like that, but okay. So now if I go there and I am on a trap layer, I want to put a tile here that will call the monster. So now we have something. And if I run into that, he didn't fucking care at all. Errors. Player composition Zhaith not found monster relative to a player. This is a good reason why you didn't find me, because of course finding a monster is more complicated than anything. So yeah, because I can't use it like that. So on ready would be more like get parent, find child. And I want to find something that's called monster. Something like that, I think. And would that work? So something like that, just having monster. Would that work? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wanted my ass, but yeah, okay. And then he moved entirely to idle, which is fine. So, which is fine, but not really what we want. But actually, it worked, kind of. It just moved automatically to idle, which is a problem, but also not really surprising. Though it should have moved. Okay, so though it should have moved on the chase. Like, it left, okay. But what should happen is that oh, I know why. Because I yeah. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I need to do it differently. So if fuck, I can't do that actually. I need to do it the same way I did for the player hiding. Player hiding. I need to do it like nav state and then do that, I think. Because, yeah, I need to finish the thing here and do it once. And so I need to disable this connection to the monster, but it's okay. So here the signal I want to disconnect. Yeah. Hiding spot level 1. Want you there. Oh yeah, it needs... Okay, better. Better. Because otherwise it's actually calling all the time this one, and it doesn't work. Because you want to do it only when you're in this state, and it makes sense. My god. I'm so glad there is this vision system that I set up. Okay, cool. But that works. That works. That we have something that works, so the trap is done. Trap call is done. I'm really happy with that, by the way. So, yeah. So the trap call is done, which is fine. Player hearing and chase plus straight line, so I need to define what is a straight line and then do it. That's the problem. So maybe putting like colliders and saying like if you're in this type of area, then you can charge the player. Something I need to do. But yeah, okay. But anyway, in that case, we have pretty much the entire logic behind the monster done. Cleaned up. We still need the charge. And we need the... So what do we need again? We need the charge. And we need the player hearing. So that's something I will have to do tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I was gonna start same time. Or at least we're gonna try. So yeah. Because it's been nearly 3 hours actually. Cool. So yeah, we have something that works. I'm happy with what I did. Okay. It's great. So now we have the new version, which is up GCZ it monster state add support for trap call. Right? Is great. GCO develop. I'm gonna git feature finish trap. Git flow feature finish. Git flow feature finish traps. And just the last stuff that I'm gonna push for the traps for on develop, which is okay. Git branch is the git branch. Yeah, feature first level shader, first monster, and it's okay. So now it's merging monster, which is fine. I should have done that, honestly, but it's okay. So now we have the value we want. This is okay. I want to remove that anyway. And so I think we're good. I think we're actually good. So yeah. That was a nice run. Thank you all for watching today. I'm gonna do the same tomorrow. But we're gonna do the rest of the behavior I need to do. Of course, it's not polished, I know that, but it's gonna be a bit better. And then maybe move to the sanity system and finish it. This sprint would have been long and I also procrastinated a bit, not gonna lie, but it's great. So thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow, 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. CEST. So you can find the same stream. You will see the waiting room like today, and I hope to see you guys as plenty as today. It was nice to have you all. Have a nice day. Bye.